Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to talk about the top 10 adult Korean dramas for mature audience. Let's get started. Number 1. My Mister. This Korean drama tells the story of an impoverished and debt-laden young woman struggling to stay afloat as she nurses her deaf, sick grandmother and working a temporary job. She develops an unlikely bond with one of her equally miserable supervisors, who is subjected to scrutiny and manipulation by his colleagues, friends, and dysfunctional family. Enduring the weight of their respective lives, they come together, forming new relationships, keeping parts of themselves secret but ultimately healing one another's past scars. Park Dong-hoon is a middle-aged engineer who is married to attorney Kang Yoon-hee. However, his life is not that happy as he has two unemployed brothers, Sang-hoon and Ji-hoon, who rely on him. Moreover, his wife is secretly having an affair with CEO Do Jun-young, Dong-hoon's college junior but current boss. One day, Dong-hoon receives an unexpected bribe and notices that his co-worker, Lee Ji-an, saw him. Ji-an is a young part-time worker at Dong-hoon's company who is drowning in debt and left alone to take care of her ill grandmother. Dong-hoon then gets entangled in his brother's struggle to get back on their feet and the company's internal rivalry between the company's CEO and the people opposing him, all the while not knowing that CEO Jun-young wants to get rid of him and Ji-an is working for the CEO. It has 16 episodes. Number 2. Nevertheless. Adapted from the webtoon of the same name. Nevertheless tells the an uncertain romance begins between Yoona Bai, a heartbroken woman who no longer believes in love, and Park Jae-in, a flirtatious man who does not want to commit to a relationship. Park Jae-un, who finds dating a waste of time but likes to flirt. Even though he is friendly and cheerful toward all, he is actually uninterested in other people and has sworn off dating. He's a master of the push and pull who doesn't get swept up in emotions. He draws firm lines between himself and other people and doesn't reveal how he feels, but when he meets Yoona Bai, he finds himself wanting to cross those lines. Yoona Bai, who doesn't trust love but wants to date. After a cruel and bitter experience with her first love, she no longer believes in destiny and makes up her mind not to get swept up in love again. When she meets Park Jae-un, however, he has a magical effect on her that shakes up her determination to remain aloof. It has 10 episodes. Number 3. You Raise Me Up. A story of first loves and second chances, You Raise Me Up is a 2021 romantic comedy drama directed by Kim Jang-han. At 31 years old, Do Young-shik isn't exactly at the top of his game. Despite having spent years studying for his civil service exam, he has yet to actually pass. Though convinced that this next time will be different, the fact remains that his years of studying have taken a toll not only on his mental health, but on his physical health as well. Too wrapped up in his studying to care much about anything else, Young-shik has let himself go in more ways than one. Now, sporting a rotund paunch and a severely decreased sex drive, Young-shik is forced to admit that the time has come for him to seek professional help. Swallowing his pride, Young-shik schedules an appointment with a urologist, but is absolutely mortified when he walks into the office and finds his first love, Lee Ru-da, waiting for him. A talented doctor with a promising career ahead of her, Ru-da is clearly living the good life. Her only downfall is her annoyingly overconfident boyfriend, Do Ji-hyuk, who spends his days droning on and on about his own awesomeness. Desperate to bring Ji-hyuk down a peg or two, Ruda has spent a lot of time bragging about her amazing first love, but when she finds him sitting in her clinic office, she's shocked to see just how much he's changed. Embarrassed to have boasted so much about a man who is nothing like he used to be, Ruda does the only thing she can think of to save face. Taking Yang Shik under her wing, she sets out on a seemingly impossible mission to help him raise his self-esteem. Will even her best efforts be enough to bring about such radical change? It has 8 episodes. Number 4. The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. The plot is a mix of suspense, ill-fated romance, psychological thriller, and tragedy. Every single episode is engaging from the very beginning. A TV series centered around the unfolding relationship between free and unpredictable yet dangerous Kim Moo-young, who is called a monster. He is the first assistant in a Korean beer brewery who becomes a suspect when a woman's suicide turns out to be murder. His life begins to change when he meets a kind, warm advertising designer named Yoo Jin Kang, who wishes to be Moo-young's safe haven. She bears as many emotional scars as him. Yoo Jin Kang also has a brother, a homicide detective named Yoo Jin Guk, with 27 years of job experience. He strives to reveal who Moo-young really is and attempts to keep his sister, Jin Kang, away from Moo-young, with whom she begins to know. This is a remake on a Japanese series called Sora Kara Furu Ichioku no Hoshi. It has 16 episodes. Number 5. Doona. This Korean drama tells the story of a college student who navigates life and school while dealing with a unique predicament. He's living with a beautiful former K-pop idol. Doona, a member of the girl group Dream Suite, suddenly left the group one day and end up living in the same share house as Wonjun, a college student. Doona mistake him for being her Sasing fan, and Wonjun does not know who she is. They become curious about each other. It has 9 episodes. Number 6. Call It Love. This is a romantic melodrama about a woman whose life goes downhill after finding out about her father's affair and falling in love with his mistress's son. Woo-ju's life hits rock bottom when she learns about her father's infidelity. After the father dies, she is kicked out of her family home by her father's mistress. Woo-ju plans to take revenge, but she falls in love with Dong-jin, the son of the mistress of her late father. It has 16 episodes. Number 7. Hit the Spot. Sultry and seductive, Hit the Spot is a 2022 South Korean romance drama directed by Yoon Ra-young. Having never really experienced an intimate relationship before, Hee-jae isn't the most qualified person to be hosting a romance podcast, but with no one else able to run it, she really doesn't have a choice. Suddenly thrust into a world she doesn't understand, Hee-jae finds herself opening up to new ideas and starts to seek out new experiences. While Hee-jae begins to explore the world of romantic love, her best friend, Mina Woo-hee, finds herself trapped in a loveless relationship and desperately wants things to change. Considered by many to be a warm, friendly, considerate person, Sun Hee is surrounded by people who claim to know and love her. While having friends is always nice, the problem for Hee-jae is that she isn't really sure if she really knows or understands herself. Which is why, when she suddenly finds herself in charge of a love and romance podcast, Hee-jae feels more than a little lost. Pulling their lifetime of experiences and newfound knowledge, Mina and Hee-jae decide it's time to both make a major life change by opening a sex counseling service together. Working to help others find personal satisfaction, will these two best friends find the satisfaction they both so desperately crave? It has 8 episodes. Number 8. Lost 20-1. 40 years old, Li Bujeng has lost her way. She feels like she has reached the end of her potential and achieved absolutely nothing. Li Kangjae is 27, a man at the end of his youth, and though afraid of nothing, feels afraid his life will never amount to anything. Lost tells the story of ordinary people walking towards the light who suddenly realize that nothing has happened in the middle of the downhill road of life. It depicts the most ordinary daily life standing on the edge of darkness rather than light, a life where one cannot easily choose. It has 16 episodes. Number 9. Tempted. This is a romantic melodrama that depicts the lives of a young man and woman who begin to discover their true feelings whilst playing the dangerous game of love. Student President Choi Soo-ji, Kwon Si-hyo, eldest heir of the JK Group, and Casanova Lee Se-ju have been best friends since childhood. Soo-ji's current boyfriend, Lee Ki-young, humiliates her and her mother for trying to use him to climb up the social ladder and breaks up with her. As the last straw, when Soo-ji's mother and Si-hyen's father announce their engagement, the trio devise a plan to hit two birds with one stone. Yoon Tae-hue is a hardworking female college student who no longer believes in love after watching the demise of her parents' marriage. Soo-ji finds out that Tae-hue is Ki-young's first love, and asks Si-hyen to seduce Tae-hue and then break her heart, as a way to prove his loyalty to Soo-ji. After proving which, Soo-ji and Si-hyen will marry to prevent their parents from doing so themselves. However, all does not go as planned when Si-hyen and Tae-hue begin to actually fall for each other. The strain this puts on the trio's friendship, Tae-hue's reaction after seeing their true faces, and Ki-young's thirst for revenge make up the rest of this drama. It has 32 episodes. Number 10. Love to Hate You. This is a light romantic comedy, enemies to lovers trope. Yeo Mi-ran is a free-spirited lawyer with a strong interest in social justice, especially when it relates to women. She enjoys sex, but has a low opinion of men and is not afraid to use her martial arts skills to beat up the bad guys. A change of circumstances forces her to take up a job in a big male-dominated law firm which specializes in sorting out celebrity scandals. One of its clients is Nam Kang-ho, a big star of romantic movies who has an aversion to women. Mi-ran overhears Kang-ho making angry misogynistic remarks about women, labeling them as nothing more than gold diggers, and she adds him to her personal database of jerks. She has a hunch that he's up to no good with a schoolgirl and schemes to get close to him to find evidence exposing his nefarious deeds and bring him down. It has 10 episodes. If you made it at the end of the video, thank you so much. If you like my videos, please subscribe, click on the like button or leave a comment. Then have a nice day.